When we think about family cemeteries, we think of neatly manicured lawns, well-kept headstones, flowers, and other decorations, especially for the seasons. Historic family cemeteries, much like this one in Oella, Maryland, are prime examples. But also in Oella, there's a cemetery that is not as well kept and not as well remembered. We're going to take a look at it here on Lost Maryland. Today we're here at the historic Oella Family Cemetery. This cemetery has many of the movers and shakers of the old mill town of Oella, Maryland. Many of the town's founders, the mill bosses, and other people who lived in this town are buried out here. This cemetery has seen better days. It is some of the prime examples of some of the abandoned cemeteries that are in Maryland. During the summertime, this cemetery is overgrown with weeds, and some of the local kids come out here and they throw the beer bottles and other refuse out here. But in the fall, Boy Scout Troop 555 come out here and they begin a cleanup. They cut down the overgrown weeds, clean up the trash. They try to help take care of the place. The last time I was here, this is in actual better condition than what it was during the summer. You can actually see most of the small headstones, some of the footstones, some of the children's graves. The homes next to the cemetery have graves that actually come up right up to their driveway. And still trying to find documentation to find out if there's actual graves under some of these new homes, maybe on the properties. Some may have been moved. Maybe just some of the headstones might have been moved. The cemetery itself here in Oella is located on Rest Avenue, near the intersection of Rest and Westchester Avenues. This cemetery has been around since 1808. Still surrounded by some of the older family farms. But has not been very well maintained. It's become a dumping ground of sorts. Tires, beer cans, beer bottles, used condoms, and occasional child toys and old bicycles. This is the sad fact of neglected cemeteries all around the country. Respect for the dead has gone out the window. When you trash a cemetery, you not only show utter disrespect for the living, but also the utter disrespect for the dead. If it wasn't possible for many of these people who lived in this town to survive, future generations would never have made it this far. Small cemeteries like these all across the United States are disappearing at an alarming rate. Greedy developers, those who want to erase history, are doing so. So far, this cemetery is protected as a historical site here in Baltimore County. But for how much longer? Just over the hill are some new houses that have been placed here within the last 20 years. Oella is fastly becoming a fashionable place to live. But yet this cemetery, if it was truly taken care of, would show the utter respect of the founders and the founding families of this town. History is an integral part of who we are. We must do whatever we can to preserve that for future generations. Integral parts of our history are tied in with these ancient family cemeteries. It's important for us to stand up and defend these cemeteries at all costs. If you're into genealogy, these are the lost links of much of the information that you may need for your family tree. But also, those who are paranormal investigators, just by coming at the cemetery like this and conducting respectful EVP sessions, may fill in the voids that many people are looking for. The information that's contained within this cemetery cannot be found on the internet and may not be even found in some of the logbooks that are in the local churches or historic societies. What you need to do is you need to go out to your local cemetery and document as much as possible. Take photographs of many of the stones and go to many of the cemetery preservation websites and post the information. Share it with the world. When you do that, you protect these cemeteries from overdevelopment and abolishment. For this webisode of Lost Maryland, I'm Jim Jones. Thanks for watching.